Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at the new era that the semiconductors with the unstoppable growth ahead of us that they're going to bring in the economy, the stock market and everything. It's all an ecosystem. So, what are we taking a look at in this video? Definitely Nvidia, AMD with UAE. Wow. Lot of investment news, a lot of new market opening, a lot of partnerships. Let's go through the details. Now, I'll be focusing more on Nvidia and AMD in this video, and I want to cover a complete picture. Definitely, if you are a member and on my Patreon, you are a member under the stocks coverage, then all the plays as for Nvidia and AMD has been our play from last couple of weeks, and we have been making a lot of money on that anyways. So all those in-depth technical analysis and all those weekly picks, all those details are in the description of this video. Those links are Patreon links, as I do all those in-depth regular coverage on my Patreon. Check out the details in the description if that what interests you. Now, so what's going on? One more thing, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion, nothing more than that. Nvidia going supernova today, guys, parabolic, right? Shooting straight to the moon. Now, we though have been bullish already on this, today's breakout is just magnificent. All right, we have taken out a lot of near-term strong next zones of resistances. And not just that, I'm just showing you the charts first and then we'll go over some of the news related to all this stuff. And you can see AMD is also going really strong. Now, what's going on? So let's take a look at first Nvidia over here. Nvidia forms partnership with Humane to build AI factories in Saudi Arabia. Nvidia said Tuesday it formed a strategic partnership with Humane, a new subsidiary of Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, to build AI factories in the country over a 5-year period with a projected capacity of up to 500 megawatts. Now, closely related to this topic, we also have AMD in the same boat, that the AMD forms 10 billion alliance with Saudi Arabia's Humane to develop AI infrastructure. AMD said Tuesday that it signed a collaboration agreement with Saudi Arabia's artificial intelligence enterprise Humane to develop AI infrastructure to power workloads across enterprises, startups, and sovereign markets. Over the next 5 years, the companies will invest up to $10 billion to deploy 500 megawatts of AI compute capacity, the chipmaker said. AMD and Nvidia together in this with Humane on the Saudi Arabia's company, they're working on the AIs. New markets are just unleashing in front of us, guys. New next level of growth. Now, we do have some news on Tesla as well, but this video I want to focus on Nvidia and AMD, or well, semiconductors only is what I'm trying to say. So that's that. Then also US weighs in letting UAE buy over 1 million advanced Nvidia chips. Now, again, more purchases from UAE means more money in these companies. More money in these companies mean their balance sheet's gonna get very rich. Rich balance sheet means stock price is going to go up because their earnings and margins are going to increase. Wall Street is going to love it. Wall Street is going to pump their money as well in there, and price is going to skyrocket. And that's something we can already see in the stock prices today that we'll just get to as well in just a second. Now, this will there's a one important point here I want to talk about. I think it's in another article, but the deal, which is still being negotiated and could change, would let the UAE import 500,000 of the most advanced chips on the market each year from now to 2027, which means in near term we are watching this much amount of millions, do the calculation, right? Over 1 million advanced Nvidia chips, multiply with the price of those, which is quite substantial, and you got the money rolling into these companies. While 1/5 would be set aside for Abu Dhabi AI firm G42, the rest will go to US companies building data centers in Gulf nation. So this is more about, the money would be invested and for the infrastructure of Abu Dhabi, and Yeah. So anyways, all great stuff, right? It's all about semiconductors taking the charge here, and things are looking really nice. Now, the last article I want to go over before we get to the technicals is it's pretty much along the same lines, but what I want to talk about here is earlier reports indicated that the White House has been reviewing export controls limits set under the previous administration. Those restrictions curbed AI chip exports, such as those made by Nvidia to some Middle Eastern countries. But this was from the old administration. New way, things are different, markets are opening up, and current Trump administration is revisiting those previous export controls limits. So, and as I just we went over the numbers, the whole, the investments, new market opening in UAE, and semiconductors leading the charge. Definitely Tesla's Optimus robots, they have done that, or some presentations there, cyber cab, and all that stuff. Robo taxis and everything. It's on the table there. Okay, so as I said, new markets are opening, which means we are expanding the economy here, and the money is going to go to these leading companies, especially Nvidia, AMD, Tesla to begin with. All right, let's get, and we are seeing a good price action. Technically, I would have, I would have expected AMD also a little bit do much higher, go much higher. But as you know, AMD has already been downgraded by so many analysts, and they have even given it a lower than 100 target, some of them. But look at it, AMD is going around the other way. So that's what I always say, right? Like, all these analysts would give you higher target when the price was falling. They will say, oh no, up there. Then when the price would be at 118, they will say, okay, 142, that price target. And when price target is at $81, then they say, okay, we're gonna downgrade it to 100. And when the price comes to 98 again, they say, okay, downgrade to now 80. And then price goes the other way around, and then they play the catch up. Oh, so funny. They are always behind, never get it right. But anyways, if you have been trading with us, if you have been seeing my videos on my Patreon, then you already know all these moves, all these plays I called out on not just AMD, Nvidia as well, and lot more many stocks. Again, details are in the description of this video if you are interested in all of that. So let's talk about Nvidia's technicals a little bit over here. Now, as I said, it has been bullish for us, and today's move just is giving us much more continuation in our ongoing play. Nvidia is just bullish. It has taken out 200 days moving average as well. It has kept its higher lows, higher highs, everything great. Intraday bullish, overall structure bullish. Nvidia is very likely going to test all-time highs. Definitely we can have pullbacks, but structure is just bullish. If something would change, I'll talk on my Patreon. And I won't be surprised if we do break all-time highs in coming months as these new markets keeps opening, especially now Nvidia going in with the new market that's where things are, and also the whole China tariffs are coming down and all that great stuff, guys. It's looking really good, especially for Nvidia. And as I said, we are just bullish on this thing even going forward. I mean, we have been bullish already, and also going forward, we are just fine on this thing. And as I said, pullbacks can happen, but right now I'm not worried on this thing technically. And so is on AMD. As I said, technicals in-depth analysis I do on my Patreon for everything to watch. My tools also helps in all of that anyways. So AMD here looking great as well. And AMD, though, I do want to see it take out some more resistance. Right now I would give it, let's say, in near term it has a possibility of $125, because when I look at the weekly interval, yes, it's turning around. Also 100, well, if we can take out 116, that will be really nice. Weekly interval is already looking good. I talked about all of these bullish structures on my Patreon, and at this point AMD has turned around the tide. It's in the bullish structure as well. Weekly interval though needs to confirm a little bit more of a strength, but daily interval has been bullish already. And definitely 116 is the next target, and after that would be like 126 area. If we can recapture 126 and stabilize around that, then AMD really flares up and really opens up again, maybe testing like 175. But let's see. I do think AMD has a run for upside from here. And yeah, things are just looking good. Let's take a, well, okay, so SMCI is also turning around, okay? So because all semiconductors are going up, SMCI has regained strength today. I'll talk with the members later today about this, but all semiconductors are going good. ARM has been a play for us as well from a week ago. It's a swing play for us, running bullish. We have been making money, and so is Broadcom. Broadcom has been a play for us from last 3 weeks, and on my Patreon, this is where we called it out. 40% move since then we have already gotten. Anyways, so Broadcom is also bullish, gonna test all-time highs. So looking really nice. Market is looking really nice, guys. S&P 500 is also, I talked about it yesterday as well here on my channel, but with the members, as I said, regular coverage on my Patreon. Looking good. Bullish, as I talked about all of this yesterday, how we have gotten now on NASDAQ 100 and S&P 500 as well, 21% gains in just a month. All these plays, 40% gain on Broadcom. Netflix gains also, which I'm not talking here in this video, but also like around 35%. In just a month, we made all this money, right? So the whole year of gains in just a month. Loving it, guys, loving it. All right, great stuff, great news. Market is looking great. Nvidia, AMD looking great. New markets are opening up, guys. New alliances are being formed. It's a positive sentiment, positive news. If someone still tells you that, oh, no, it's gonna be still bearish, well, I don't know what they're drinking, okay? Anyways, this is all what I had. And if you found this video helpful and valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care, bye.